Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome to the Super Chat Square Up. My name is Gary Beekler. I come to you from Nerdrotic.com, and this is part something of many. We left off halfway through Eric July's appearance on Friday Night Tights. We're going to pick that up and hopefully get to Keri Smith's appearance on Friday Night Tights the night after Gina Carano was fired. And that is big news right now, and I'm sure it's going to still be big news when this comes out. I'll also mix in some Perry Chan clips to break the monotony. And today's gameplay by other people will be City of Heroes and Diablo 2. So let's get to it. Izzy the Gamer for $5. Bunch of lovely faces on the stream today. Keep being awesome, guys. Why, thank you, Izzy the Gamer. And once again, this was from Friday Night Tights with Eric July. It was a good time. It can be found on this channel. And if you like to listen to us, it can be found on Spotify and iTunes as well. Modalicious for $2. Ha ha, Mephisto. He said Mephisto. Ha ha, Mephisto. Primer for $2. Captain Marvel Cervix War. That is going to be phase 6, my friend. Jason Smoot for $10. I love Gore the God Butcher arc, though. I did too. It was good. WG for $5. Gents and Az. Ha ha. Who should play Conan in the upcoming Netflix series? Well, I don't think it should be made, because it'll be Conan and the world of women. He'll be the only dude in his world. Oh, God. That is a good question. An unknown wrestler, somebody like yoked, not some little wafy dude that they'll probably get. I thought Jason Momoa would be a great Conan. You know, Khal Drogo was Conan. Maybe give him another shot. Lane Bristow for $10. Please tell me you've seen Danielle Kebble-Smith's reality dating show appearance. Yes, we have. And we've put it. I put it in videos and live streams. New Warriors and Santa's husbands don't even approach the level of hilarity. Oh, Lane Bristow, we have seen it. Thank you for the 10 Canadian pesos, and we played it on Friday Night Tights. We have. So what do we have next? We have Mr. Rich Low Pitch. The Black Santa looks like Rick Ross in 30 years. It may be. Maybe that's who it's based on. You never know. Primer for $2. We were talking about Santa's husband because Eric had not heard of it. Primer for $2. Santa likes to jingle his husband's bells. Oh, all the way. Modalicious for $2. Way yo gay. You gay? Yeah. Thanks, Modalicious, for $2. That probably sounded better in your head than my execution, I'm sure. Isaac the Dragonborn for $4.99. They turned Santa into Don Lemon. Yeah, maybe. Brightest Day for $2. The Adventures of Gary, the Legendary Boomer. Yes, thank you very much. I own that. I don't care. Master Clockwork for $2. What the world needs is a new Al Bundy. It really, really does. Peg. Oh my God, I miss Married with Children, and I can't watch it without the original theme song. And I know there's rights issues, so the DVDs or the Blu-rays, whatever's out now, just doesn't do it justice. Wobblehead for £2. So, Brianna Williams for $5. Can't wait for Batwoman Season 3. Reactions from EFAP and reviews from Az. Yes. I don't know how much I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm going to review every episode on the main channel. I just don't. Yeah, nah, I can't. It's dumb, but it's not. I don't know. Superman and Lois is coming up. I doubt that's going to be good, but we'll give it a shot. Blank for $4.99. Dion Santa Cannon. I accept his Ventures of Santa Claus by Rankin Bass with its trippy battle, and Santa Claus is voiced OG Thundercats Moon-Ra. Diona Santa Cannon? I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Oh. You mean Adventures of Santa Claus? Blank, I don't know if you were like, typing like I do. I try to fix these sentences as much as I can, and I understand, listen, I'm the king of typos. I'm not going to judge you here, but sometimes I have no idea. Sorry. But if you're talking about The Adventures of Santa Claus by Rankin Bass, I can't say I even remember that. I know what Rankin Bass is. That's something from my childhood, which was decades ago, and that's probably why I don't remember. Jason Smoot for $20. Metal Commander's birthday with EFAP Gaming and Friday Night Tights with Eric July. What a great Friday. Yes, we try to make your Fridays great. Thank you, Jason Smoot, for $20. I appreciate you, my friend. Very generous donation. You help keep the lights on, and you help keep the show going. Dylan Matthew for $10. Just admit it. We need a Ben Affleck Batman TV series. Blessed to know you guys. Yeah, I've been actually asking for that. I think it would be immensely popular. But it seems that Hollywood has no desire to make stuff like that right now. They just don't, I would love them to. Ords Board, the great Ords Board for $5. There is not a person on this panel I don't like. Thanks for doing what you all do. Much love. Much love to you, Ords Board. Thank you for your support. And yeah, you got to channel yourself. Check out Ords Board, everybody. Monopoly Loser 2 for $5. Rip a ban from Facebook. Someone should sue them. Well, I think Crowder is suing him, right? I think Crowder is currently suing him. That's good. Hail to the fighters, panel and chat, and wrenches. Yes, hail to the wrenches. Hail to the Modrotics. We love them. Thank you, Cardinal Sin. What's up, my man? Thank you for the $1.99. G Virus 00 for $5. What is your take on Marvel's upcoming redoing of the Heroes Reborn project? Because it sounds pathetic. It looks pathetic. Marvel is so bad now. It needs to die. It's my favorite medium. I don't want it to die, but I think it needs to. And to maybe become a phoenix. Listen, the comic industry is not going to come back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And I was in a Barnes & Noble some time ago, and the graphic novel section seems to be shrinking, and the manga section was huge, huge. So that tells you everything. Jane Theory, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the $3, Jane. Go check out Jane Theory's channel. Woefully undersubbed. One of the best voices, literally and as far as the other way on YouTube. Thank you, Jane. Cliff 3188 $4.99. The MCU should introduce mutants via the returned from the blip because Hulk caused the return with his snap. Those returned to the universe. 1 of 3. Did not come back in the way they left. It would be due to Hulk's own subconscious. As a mutant, it would be a way to bring forth mutants in a semi-organic way and allow creatives to bring forth original characters without rehashing mutants and their stories that have already been told. That's a way if you want to do it originally, but they're going to adapt, and they need to make them existent for the whole time in their universe. They can't just, if Marvel wanted to do this right and take time, yeah, they could start mutants right now, small, and then gradually spend a couple of phases building it up. but it takes decades to do that. And you'd have to do period pieces. I think that would be interesting, but I think they're just going to have them come in and somehow they had always existed and either people aren't going to remember them or we're going to have multiple universes kind of conjoin, and then that's which kind of what Secret Wars kind of did, the new one where I think the 616 officially ended. They also did that in DC in a way. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. It will, because it could fail miserably. It could be just a failure of storytelling. We haven't seen Marvel fail outright miserably outside of Captain Marvel, but when they did fail, it was for agenda and not for incompetence. Disney's got everything's riding on Marvel right now, because as popular as The Mandalorian is, it's not enough. It's nowhere near what Marvel is. And Star Wars needs to be what Marvel is. And Marvel can't fuck up, or Disney's. I don't know how they're succeeding right now. I just don't know. Corporate fuckery. Sassy Marie for $1.49. Thank you for the phallic unicorn. I appreciate it. Brett Cohen for $2 Australian. As we need your cooking channel. We need an as cooking channel. I'll let him know. Frank Sarko for $20. Questioning our tech overlords is much like the end of Star Trek V, the modern equivalent to asking, why does God need a starship? And then you get zapped. Yep, that's pretty much it. Not going to argue with you. Nothing for $5 Middle-earth dollars. No one's allowed this position after I'm done with it. You're talking political office or a public toilet? Mucho concerned. No one's allowed this position after I'm done with it. You're talking political office or a public toilet? Mucho concerned. I don't know who that is. Somebody in office in our fair country right now? Wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, nothing, though. Willis Guru for $5. Oh, what's a BRL? I don't know. Russian rubles, maybe? I don't know. Have any of you guys seen the Watch series? It's based on Discworld. Ankh-Morpork tabletop game. I have no idea what that is. I know what Discworld is. It's a book series by Terry Pratchett. I never read it. And I heard the Watch is not that great. That's what I've heard. But that's only from like a couple people. It's only from a couple people. Montreal Fanboy for 10 Canadian pesos. And thank you, by the way, Willis. Hail, soldiers. Being under the harshest North American lockdown here in Quebec, your show feels like having my best friends over, sharing a spiritual 7% Quebec ale with you all. Thank you for the weekly mass. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, I mean, like, even in the worst of times, and by the way, there have been worse times, and individually, there might be worse times ahead for you, but we seem to find a way to survive, find a way through it. That's what people do. And that's why I said, for all this time, I mean, like, listen, entertainment has been dark. It's been dark. It's been dark. But we don't do black pills here. Now, I want to differentiate black pills. There's the overall black pill of life. That's the one I'm talking about. The country's fucked. We're fucked forever. Might as well just give up and not fight. No. No black pills for that. Now, individual black pills for, like, I don't know, Star Wars, Marvel Comics. Yeah, most definitely. No hope. Marvel Comics, no hope. Star Wars, for what people want out of Star Wars, they're not going to get it. If you lower your expectations a lot and you're okay with maybe Favreau producing something semi-watchable, that's about the best you're going to get. And good for you. If you like that, that's great. That's great. But it's a dark time in Hollywood. There's not a lot that's good right now outside of Cobra Kai, which was brilliant. Primal, brilliant. There's some good stuff out there, but it's far and few between, and gosh, it shouldn't be that way right now. We should be in a renaissance. Dakar the Couch Guy for 50 Norwegian krona. Nerdrotic, Tick Nerdor, Renordrick, Sitorn, Tickadornik, Knadorda, etc. There's no end to the possibilities to mispronounce my name. Nerdonic. You forgot Nerdonic. Jen for $5. Lady Alchemy has 5,000 out of 20,000 so far for her legal fund. Let's please help her out some more. It sucks what she's dealing with. I'm somewhat aware of the situation. I would have to be really, really aware of the situation for me to shout out somebody's GoFundMe. My philosophy on GoFundMes: I have no problem shouting out if there's something genuine there. We've done it in the past to help somebody with hospital bills, shout out a comic, but I need to know everything about it before I shout it out. Because the last thing I want is to just like blindly shout something out and then somebody comes back and goes, that was a ripoff, dude. You shouted out a ripoff. Because that would, that would bug me. That would bug me. Jen, I will look into it, and I appreciate the $5, and I'm sure Lady Alchemy appreciates having a fan like you.
Thank you.
Like,
don't.
all right.
Grammy.
We need to operate quickly if we are to save the babies. He's carrying twins.
Are you kidding me? Is that a joke?
I could jerk off. I don't want to watch this right now. This is fucking terrible. There's no point in this.
I don't know.
Heel versus Babyface.
Oh, shut your bloody trap, woman!
Not entertained, and I could be jerking off.
Yes, there it is!
Ryan can know.
Fuck you, Ryan! What the fuck?
No, fuck. Oh, no. God damn it!
This dumb woman.
Oh, here they come. They're gonna make things worse. Struggling. Oh, what a gaping hole. Choke me.
John Smith for $4.99. No in-universe explanation for the Morbius doctors. Number 8 said he was half human. If Chib didn't kill all the Time Lords in the same ep, why couldn't we just ignore the timeless children? Well, I'll answer that the same way as I did the last time you asked this question. Thank you very much. You can't. The Morbius doctors were a one-off sight gag where they put producers in. They wanted to get producers' faces on. It was just part of the story, and it was never meant to mess with the canon in any way. It was never really brought up again. Half human was brought up again with the hybrid. Everybody forgets that, probably because they didn't watch the later Capaldi years, which sucks for Capaldi, but I don't blame you because the writing was mostly shit. But he does bring it up again with the hybrid, and it was still in play until the Timeless Children. And that's why you can't ignore the Timeless Children, because it rewrote the DNA of the show. They rewrote the algorithm. It's a different show now. Because every time you're watching it, can you ignore the fact that, oh, look, there's Tom Baker, the fourth. Oh, he's not the fourth Doctor. Oh, there's the Time. Oh, he's not a Time Lord. I can't ignore that. I mean, if you can, that's good. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's all good. But personally, the one thing that made the show special isn't there anymore. And they did that on purpose. To adhere to, I won't say a modern sensibility, a modern maniacal progressive agenda, that doesn't really fit what the show has been based on for 50 years. That's what Hollywood is finding out, is they're trying to fit this giant square peg into a round hole. Eric Weinberg for $2. Preach, Ryan, preach. Ryan was preaching. He's preached a lot. And we love Ryan. Descard the Couch Guy for 100 Norwegian krona. How to confuse someone who's just joined into a conversation. Just go, so anyway, I didn't kill her, but I did end up holding the dildo when the priest arrived. When someone new joins. You know what? We'll remember that one, Descard the Couch Guy. Jillian N for $4.99. Absolutely spot on, Jeremy. Thank you for saying what we're all thinking. What, Jillian? Were you all thinking about as above average? No, I won't say it. I won't say it. Jillian, I'll try to be a gentleman. I'm sorry. Not really, but that's the thing, Jeremy and I and many others hear the most, and like, you guys are free to, hopefully if we do anything, first priority is to entertain you. That's our first priority. And then the second one is, I don't know. I like, hopefully, I'm not going to be pretentious and say, hopefully you learn something. Hopefully I learn something. I learn a lot from you guys in the chat. I'm on this journey to gain knowledge. So hopefully we're having fun, and if we inspire somebody along the way, hey, people inspired me. We'll just pay it forward. Thank you, Jillian. Bogus Fortuna for $5. Even under Lucas, Star Wars never had a plan. It had maybe 12% of a plan, barely a concept. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Adam Wolford for $5. It's sad when the Ancient Alien TV show is more sci-fi than Star Trek Discovery. Oh, God, yes. Primer for $5. Lion King 2019 is an unmitigated trash fire. It's disappointing that such a cinematic insult made $1.6 billion. The sequel will be even worse. And it's an embarrassment of riches, Primer. That was all from a great economy that doesn't exist anymore. You will not see trash like that making $1.6 billion for a while. JPAT for 5 Canadian pesos. The best way to fix Star Wars would be to buy the rights to the EU, change the names of the characters, and create a new faithfully adapted IP. Yeah. Like I said earlier, there are black pills for life, and then there's reality for individual franchises that we love. And I mean, you guys like what you like, enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't let me take away from your enjoyment. I know it's been dark for a while, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody and tell you that Star Wars is going to be okay. Star Wars will continue. It will probably continue at the same quality as long as Jon Favreau is involved with The Mandalorian. But that's the best you're going to get. You're never going to get your old Star Wars. You're going to get little peeks at it. And, I don't want to waste my time on that stuff. I just don't care. I don't care. It's not like I've said, it's not like I'm even pissed. I just don't care. But I talk about it because, Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, got its traction from Star Wars, and there's still a lot of Star Wars fans around here. But on my channel, per se, not really. I talk about other stuff, and I will continue to do that. When Star Wars makes news, I'll talk about it. But I'll tell you what, I want it to get fixed for you guys. You guys, I've said that before. I said it in all my Star Wars videos. The Star Wars fans deserve so much better. You get so much shit. You're called so many names, and from all sides, really. And all you are is passionate fans who want to love Star Wars. There's something that really connects with you. There's nothing wrong with that. When people want to love it, comes from a really good place. So I'm never gonna shit on that. I'm never gonna shit on that. I'm just gonna give you my point of view. That's all. But I don't want to. It's never my intention to shame anybody. Stephen Kraft for $20. Hail Friday Night Tights. Great to see you, young Ripa on the show. Did you guys hear about the latest franchise to go woke? Supposedly, My Little Pony is coming back, but one of the ponies will now be an activist. Ugh, nothing escapes. It wasn't woke before. I mean, I've never watched a nanosecond of My Little Pony. Thank you, Stephen, for the $20. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not a brony. I'm not a brony. But not surprised at all. WG for $100. I read this one on the live stream, but I'll read it again. Ask not what Disney can do for Star Wars. Ask what Star Wars can do for your Disney. JFK Kathleen Kennedy. Thank you for the $100, WG. Thank you. Thank you. That deserves some fake applause. It does. Thaddeus Maximus for $10. Hail Gary, hail panel, hail chat. I've been thinking about the sequel's retcon rumors. One thing I haven't heard anyone suggest would be to retcon it so that Jake Skywalker is actually Luke Skywalker. They, Thaddeus, they have. Now, you might not have caught it, and that's okay. That's our job. We look for this kind of stuff, and you're a busy person going about your life. You're the kind of person who makes the world go around, and we appreciate you all. But somebody did have, listen, they called it a rumor. I won't name the website, but it was a theory that they called a rumor. And it was a way that basically Luke Skywalker is protecting baby Grogu the whole time. So the whole thing was a big ruse, and that's why he was the way he was in The Last Jedi, even though he doesn't mention it. And that's what I think they're going to do. I think they will try to make, but that's not really a retcon. That's just filling in a blank, honestly. But they are not, this is just my opinion, by the way. I have no basis on this other than what I have seen Disney do. They're not going to erase shit. There's just no way. With the political climate there's just no way they're going to do it. There's no way they're going to do it. And I know Doomcock's got the rumors and insiders, and I don't believe his insiders have the correct information. I don't, do I know listen, I don't know. All I know is I pay attention to everything, and I see what happens and what doesn't happen, and I am going to base my channel on what happens. Yes, certainly, I've talked about rumors too with Doctor Who, a couple here and there, but I generally don't like to do that on the channel because for me personally, I don't want because you guys would want to expect that. Right? You would expect rumors. If I have a big video with a big rumor and it gets traction and I do another one, that's all you're going to expect from my channel. I don't want that with my channel. My channel is supposed to be reviews of television and talking about pop culture, the good, the bad, and the ugly of pop culture, commentating on that, commentating on stuff I know about. And I don't know about everything in pop culture, and I don't commentate on stuff I don't know about or don't watch or haven't read or something. But, I just don't think they're going to do it. But, God, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Again, I want you guys to be happy. I want you to be happy. And I know the news. I mean, just after 2020, people just want fucking a ray of hope. They want a ray of hope. They do. And I get it. And I think Hollywood's probably going to try to sell that to you. And I want you to question that shit. I mean, we all are about hope. Hope is not a strategy, but if Hollywood starts coming, okay, everything's okay now after the 5, 6 years of dividing us, don't make it easy for them. That's all I'm saying. Tox Fox for £5. Did anyone else notice how often they referred to Monica as Captain while no one ever referred to the other one as such except this one time ever? I didn't notice that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're really playing up the MCU stuff. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And I knew it was going to come in, but It's half a really good show. The Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany stuff is great. I'm eating it up. But the minute Captain Rambeau gets out there with toxic white male and Kat Dennings is just, and I like her. And it's not just her amazingly big rack. I like her, but not in this. But not in this. I just fucking can just make a superhero show. Can you just make a fucking superhero show? That's all. No notices from YouTube, but one for Doomcock, says Sci-Fi Freak for $2. Well, that's good. Oh, you know what? Even with no notices, we still had, I think, 6,500 people watching. That's pretty fucking good for no notices. Now, I heard that's been happening. I don't know if they turned it back on or what, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Sci-Fi Freak. Thank you for bringing up another live stream. I laugh. You guys are funny. I love you guys. I do. Classical Bias for £5. Would getting Charlie Cox in as Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Peter Parker's lawyer, help save the MCU? Yeah, that would get, I mean, listen, there's some stuff that's really interesting about it. You know, Sam Raimi coming back, the mutants coming back. There's stuff I'm interested in. I just have a feeling that Marvel's going to go fully woke. And if they do, I'm going to call it out. If they don't, then I'm going to celebrate with everyone else and enjoy the fuck out of it. But that would go a long way to make me happy because Daredevil Season 1 is the best thing Marvel has ever produced live action. And I mean that. It's better than Guardians. It's better than Winter Soldier. I love Season 1 of Daredevil. Now I have affinity for the character. I love the character. And listen, Winter Soldier is a fantastic, like, masterpiece film. I love it. And Guardians of the Galaxy is a masterpiece film. I love it. I love Iron Man. I love the Avengers. I love the Avengers. The first one's great. Earned every bit of its $1 billion.
And as long as there's a Santa Claus, he will have a man waiting at home who loves him. Also, Santa's husband's name is David.
My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1.
Quite frankly, I don't fucking care.
Oh, fuck you, Jeremy. God. Fuck you! Boy, oh my fucking God. Fuck you, you piece of shit. God fucking damn.
Yoda fucks. Yoda fucks.
Odin fucks too. Look at how red he is. He is as red as
You gotta full screen that, man.
that is as red as Az's sweatshirt right there.
Nothing is as red as Az's ass. Anyway, so
Oh my God.
welcome back.
And the biggest horse in the WWE!
12 seconds later.
Lazy people. Lazy fucking people. Privilege my fucking ass. You work hard, you try and get somewhere in life. It's called work. It's called working towards something. It's called working hard to try and get that. Look at Brie fucking Larson right now. Most privileged fucking woman on the planet, probably. Walks onto fucking YouTube, which is supported by YouTube, pushed onto trending by YouTube, monetized by YouTube, backed up by the mainstream press, the mainstream media, Twitter, the whole job fucking lot.
So many times it happens so fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose a grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. You see, I on the tiger is a thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last, no survivor sucks his pain.
I made a bad mistake. The spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that.
All right.
And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that.
Oh, shit!
Best time is now for $9.99. Who's rightful Skywalker moment in WandaVision? I think it's Jackman's Wolverine. If you're talking about surprise factor with a major character that absolutely is universally loved, that everyone knows about, I mean, that can't be Fassbender's Magneto. You can't say he's universally loved and anywhere near as popular as Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, because he's not. I like it. I think he's good. I think he's damn good. But yeah, it would have to be Tony Stark, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Maybe it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. What do you think about that? I don't think anybody's heard of that. Everybody's expecting Magneto. If it was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I didn't even think of that. Oh, shit. That would blow the fucking internet up. It would completely destroy it. Heard it here first, folks. Unless you heard it from somebody else first. If you do hear somebody else say that, though, please, man, shout out that I brought it up. Classical bias for £2. Punisher needs to kill the MCU like the comic. Yes, they need to adapt that. That would be very, very good. Andreas Antonio Gonzalez, not going to read your super chat. I told you to stop sending those, but if you want to send them, I'll take the money, but I'm not going to send it. You do not go after my hosts. Jason Smoot for $100. Captain Marvel was obviously trash, except for the Dawn. Except for the Dawn. And I did read that one. Thank you very much. And I did read a lot of these, by the way. Again, I'm rereading them again. Black Lotus 30 for $5. 5 Canadian pesos. Marvel's longest running female comic book was Spider-Girl. Yes, it was. We aren't even getting that. One More Day makes me angry. Oh God, it makes me angry too. And it was the first chip that really got me disinterested in my all-time favorite character from when I was a wee little boy, Spider-Man. Love your guys' content. Moved over to Nevada in the past couple of years from Dublin, Ireland. Oh, that's a big change. You know, I said I'm going to a red state. I probably am going to go to a red state. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that I would move to a blue state with no state taxes. That's close to a red state, like Nevada. Nevada is on my radar. A certain town. That's not Vegas. Pablo Papano for $5. After AOC lies about almost being murdered in the Capitol have been debunked, the myth of the female action film should be dead. I mean, you could do female action film. You can. I've loved female action films, and you could do them, but you can't do them. You got to do them as them being women, unless if they're super powered. Okay, no problem. If they have some tech enhancement, something. If it's magic, sure, no problem. If it's supposed to be like a human being that's equal to the human being that in our world, they would die. And it's just like, I know it's fantasy and stuff, but there's got to be verisimilitude. And, you know, most people in Hollywood have probably not been I'm guessing most women have not been in a physical fight with a man. Now, if they have, maybe they're being abused, which is horrible. Or, you know, there's an outlier there that wanted to go take on a man, and maybe one or two will win once in a while. But for the most part, no. It's just, I mean, like, size matters. Upper body strength matters. But for the people who say respect the science, it's just gone. And like, again, nobody wants, dudes can have their stuff too. And I understand dudes have had their stuff for a long, long time. And recently, the whole Me Too Time's Up thing it's a fraud. It's always been a fraud. It's been a power play, da-da-da-da. But it's this I always bring up intersectional feminism, and the reason I always do it is because, occasionally I'll get the Gary, it's not woke. Well, no, you're right. It's not woke. It's intersectional, which means it's segregationist, and it's a communist belief, essentially. And that's what they're trying to really push now. And what it's doing is tearing up the things I love. I mean, if you want to do your thing, do your thing. Do your thing in an original thing all day long. You won't hear from me. You won't hear from me. 21st Century Holden Caulfield. What's something you enjoyed that didn't age well? That is a very good question. I'll get back to you on that. Oh, you're not going to like this answer. You're not. But it's a lot of animated stuff. Like I can sit down and watch Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League, no problem. X-Men, Spider-Man, but there's other stuff like I loved Transformers and G.I. Joe. I can't really sit down and watch them anymore. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, used to love the shit out of that show. I can't really sit down and watch it. So, I mean, it's not like it aged well. Maybe I aged too much. And I would have to say like Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, though. I mean, I loved that show when I was a kid, and you watch it now and it's like Wilma Deering's hot, but yeah, they could do so much with that IP if they did it right, but they're not going to. They're not going to. Thank you. Good question. I'll try to remember that one and ask it of the panel because I think that's a really good question. Joshua Warren for $5. Would love to come on Friday Night Tights and talk about how the classical music scene has been ruined by wokeness. That's interesting. I would think classical music would, though. It's academic. That's the way I kind of see it. It's academic. It's very elite. There's just becoming a huge separation, and it's about money. It's not about skin tone. And now listen, I'm not saying racism, it doesn't exist. I'm not saying life isn't unfair, because it is. It absolutely is. I'm just saying, I don't buy into critical race theory. Okay. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. It's been hitting everything, including knitting. Black Lotus 30 for 5 Canadian pesos. Fat Thor was heresy. It was. And so was, Birkenstock Hulk. Frank Sarko for $5. X-Men 2021 In Through the Outdoors, starring Elliot Page. That's a good one. That was a good one. Al Alvarez for $20. We need to make sure the stink bombs also bomb at the box office in with merch, all properties. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about what we can do to hurt them, with the ultimate goal in, helping bring about some change and bring some common sense back to our entertainment. And the only way we can really do that is not through streaming services like we were discussing in the show. Certainly, I mean, cancel whatever you want. What I do is I'll watch something, cancel it, pick it back up when I watch it. And that's when I'm happy with the streaming service. With Netflix, I haven't signed back up to Netflix, yet I still watch stuff. I was watching The Witcher recently. Well, I found on eBay somebody was selling a Blu-ray, a Blu-ray that they passed out to the media. At least that's what they said. They could have made it. I don't know, but that's what I got. I bought it off eBay. But yeah, the best way to get them is don't go to the movies. Don't go to the movies. And it sucks for the theaters. It sucks for a lot of people, but what's going to be worse is if we don't say anything. It's easy to ignore cancer as it infests your body and kills you. That's one of the criticisms. Many criticisms get levied at us, but the main one is, that we brought all of this quote unquote toxicity into entertainment, into fandom. No, politics being introduced to fandom in a very heavy-handed way, in a very partisan way, is what's changed everything. It's like bringing up politics at Thanksgiving dinner, except you're doing it all the time. And it would be fine if it was even. If it was even, again, you wouldn't be hearing from me. If it was, but it's not. It's not. And I am not a partisan person. But again, this is the new PMRC era. Jason Smoot for $100. Again, and I read this one, but I'll read it again. I need Ripa rants injected directly into my veins. I think we all do. Ripa fucking killed it on that show. Like, that was one of our best shows. And he laid it down for WandaVision. Damn, this show has been fire. Hail, see? Joe Biden's God tier olfaction for $3. Thank you. Thank you for confirming what I just said, too, by the way. Steve Carruthers for $4. Who was the neuroscientist Monica referred to? That is a good question. I thought it was Dr. Strange. But she referred to another. It wasn't a neuroscience scientist, though. I thought it was a no, it was something technical. See, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But somebody brought it up in an earlier super chat that they thought it was Reed Richards. Maybe we'll find out. Who was the FBI protective custody person in the town? That's what I'm wondering about. Sith Cake for $5. Stopped buying mainstream comic books years ago. Haven't spent a penny on Marvel or DC. Spend hundreds on Indiegogo, though. See, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I have redirected my new comic spending into just buying old comic books. I do buy some Indiegogo projects here and there, Of course, I back Ethan stuff. I mean, Zach's coming out with something all the time, but the last one, I back the Expendables. But the thing with Indiegogo is, I guess it needs to get bigger, so there's always like a project being released constantly. But I definitely think it's the new era, and like we're going through all the growing pains, and they're figuring it out as they go, and eventually it'll be a well-oiled machine if things continue, if their channels continue to grow, if they still have their platforms, if they get their stuff on time. There's a lot of ifs involved, but it could. Limitless potential there. Limitless potential. We are in the new independent era. We are. It just might not be what you think it is. It's not going to. I think a lot of people. I don't want to. I think. And I assume this at first too, that we're just going to get scripted entertainment replaced with the independent scene. And I'm saying that scripted entertainment might not be the go-to for entertainment anymore. As a matter of fact, it isn't. It already isn't. Video games, which are scripted, but it's interactive scripted entertainment, is the go-to for entertainment now. More women are playing than ever. More people are playing video games than ever. We're not getting X-Men. We're getting X-Men. EX-Men. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yes, we are. The Rock for 2 British pounds. Bobby Sharp for $4.99. So cool that Ripa is on tonight. Cool to have July and February. It is. It is. Thank you, Bobby. Ripa is the man. RIP for Mahler. BVS video getting nuked by YouTube. That's what I heard, Jason. Thank you for the $10, but I think he got it back up. Fucking Warner Brothers, man. They're tough. They're tough. And they shouldn't be, leave us YouTubers alone. Let me let you in on a little secret, Warner Brothers. Your comics are woke garbage, but if you just continue making superhero films like Aquaman and Shazam, Snyder Cut, BVS, while they aren't cinematic masterpieces, they aren't filled with a bunch of intersectionalism. There's a little woke thing here and there. I can live with that. A little woke thing here and there once in a while. But when it dominates your narrative, I'm out. And that hasn't been the case, but those movies were made a few years ago. So we'll see. Eric July and Gary on Joe Rogan. Educate the masses, says 009 for $27.99. Hell, I'd go on Joe Rogan. Fuck yeah. I'd be nervous. That'd be like going, I mean, like Joe Rogan is our Johnny Carson. And some of you youngsters might not know who Johnny Carson was. Just the biggest talk show host ever. And I loved him. I did. I used to watch Johnny Carson with my G-Ma. With my G-Ma. My dear Grandma B. May she rest in peace. Great lady. Great lady. Jillian N for $4.99. I like Az clowns. Since Az is a class clown of the panel, it totally works. It does, Jillian. It really does. And that's why we brought him on. I mean, we've got these very separate personalities, right? So we've got Az the class clown. We got Jeremy and Ryan, who are, I mean, like, Ryan's kind of like Jeremy, amped up a little more. Yeah, Jeremy's way more, I don't know. Jeremy knows where the limit is, and Ryan doesn't give a fuck. And that's what I like. But that's the difference between those two. Then we have the very cerebral comics division. And we have the very, I mean, our moral compass is Odin, obviously. Right. Then there's Quarter Black Garrett, who I think, and don't take this wrong, QBG, but I think Quarter Black is kind of like the conduit for the audience. He's like your everyman. Not really fucking sure what I am. You guys decide. Josh Warren for $5 related to this chat. I think the only comic series I read as a child was Spawn. Oh, that's all right. Spawn was, if you're a kid and you're reading Spawn, it must have blew your mind. I mean, the art was fantastic. Spawn, you know, Spawn could have been, Spawn, like Image, was just an amalgamation of DC and Marvel heroes, but it really could have gone somewhere. The thing is, they had already had their big success, right? So these were already successful guys who had experienced their success when they got there. And it sounded like it was party time when Todd McFarlane was the only guy like all about the business, doing Todd toys and stuff. He had the business mind. I could be wrong, you know. But I liked Image when it first started. Loved it. Sean Culligan for $5. Gary, I'll help you out. V equals 5, X equals 10, L equals 50, C equals 100, D equals 500, and M equals 1,000. Oh, that's for Roman numerals. Got it. Okay. Oh, that's if I memorize that in about 10 years. But Sean, thank you. Thank you for the $5. Joshua Warren for $2. Opinions of Mass Effect LE from what I've heard. Is that the one where the ass, there's something wrong with the ass? Anytime you reduce ass, I don't like it because I'm an ass man. Because people are always coming up to me and saying, you're an ass man. Oh, no respect. Sorry, it's one of my favorite Rodney Dangerfield jokes. Stubro for $20. Use this to buy the Punisher before Marvel has him shopping for drapes. Oh, that's another. You earned that one, Stubro. I wish I could buy the Punisher. I could write a good Punisher story. I could draw on some of my criminal experience, you know. Thank you for the Phallic Unicorn Critical Ramblings for $1.49. I appreciate it. And that is it for Young Rippa Friday Night Tights. We are done. I reread all the super chats. Next, Keri Smith.
Yeah. Another toxic male in the world today. Another toxic male.
Where's the cream filling? Now that's the stuff. Hostess.
critical drinker.
Mình kêu là muội họ nàng mò là boy.
Chúng mẹ khó thiếu một cái con.
There we go.
Ủa, trò xinh xe xa chập ruột. Mịt cải guồng hủi.
Oh shit. It's hot here. It's hot. It's like 875 in this room right now. It's kind of nice. Film Lars for 200 Danish krona. Hail, good people. Here's some money for the good fight. And give me a call if you need a crazy Viking warrior. We will. We just need your digits. Not another dime for $1.99 and a thumbs up super sticker. Thank you very much. Ajax Kit for $10. Someone with a Twitter account, please send this to Filoni and Favreau. Thanks for trying. Please turn out the lights as you leave. Yes, Gina Carano was fired. Jesus Christ. Nikki D for $10. At this point, I hope Lucasfilm adapts the wokest version of the High Republic, casting Brie Larson and as Avar Kriss with Tessa Thompson and the cast of Ghostbusters 2016, directed by Kurtzman. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn.
Where's the trigger? Where is it?
Nikki D, yeah, all the goodwill's gone. It's gone. And people are going to go back. They are going to go back, but it's going to feel a little icky. It is. And some people are not going to give a shit. I understand that. You know, things will pass. This is a hot subject right now, though. It's a hot subject. David Lepan for 10 British pounds. Cheers, guys, for making my birthday great with this show. Question for Keri. Since cancel culture isn't self-rightening, how far does wokeness and cancel culture go before total societal collapse? I'll answer for her. When we decide it stops or we don't. We can't expect our institutions to stop this. We can't expect the corporations to stop this. That has been made very clear by Disney, which just put a big fucking rubber stamp on cancel culture. It is up to us to really hold the line. I think hold the line has to go to a lot of things. And when it comes to Disney and Disney Plus, you got to hold the line. At least when it comes to Star Wars. All right? Work it out however way you want to work out. Like, is Marvel an innocent party when it comes to cancel culture? Yes, they are owned by Disney, but nobody from Marvel. So if you have it worked out in your head, you still want to watch WandaVision, okay, fine. I don't care. But personally, for me, I don't give any money to Star Wars. I don't give any money to Star Wars. I don't give any money to Marvel Comics or DC Comics anymore. So I've held the line. I've done that. These are habits I had, things I loved. These were hobbies I loved, things I was passionate about, things I'm still passionate about. I had to give them up because I didn't want to fund what's going on there. And like and another thing you can work out in your head is the thing you loved no longer exists. George Lucas's Star Wars does not exist. Jon Favreau was trying. I do feel bad for him, although I haven't heard anything. And yeah, they just drove the bus over. And I mean, like, they're going to fucking win. They're Disney. It stops when it's not cool anymore. Now, you and I understand it's not cool. The problem is that we're ahead of the curve on this one. We're most definitely ahead of the curve. You're starting to see people speak up against it, but it's not enough. But with the help of you and other channels and Keri Smith, we can at least wake more people up to it. It's going to be a fight, but it can be won. There is a path to victory for sure. Remember Solo? Disney needs to experience Solo again. Times 10. G-Man for $10. RK was right. Women in the 50s only had 2 jobs, and they didn't even have to do them well. Some reheated meatloaf and lifeless missionary position was enough to get by back in those days. Well, I wouldn't know. I wasn't alive in the 50s. I'm old, but I'm not that old. And I only lived, August, September, October, 4 months in the 60s. Well, technically 1970 is the 60s too, but technically nobody counts that shit though. Durkown for €5. Panel, forced diversity mostly targets the good guys. What are your favorite diverse villains? Like Simon Phoenix, Snipes, and Gus Fring, Esposito. God, I wouldn't know. I don't look at the world like that. Like, who are my favorite black villains? Well, Gus Fring, for sure. But probably Darth Vader. Thanks for the €5, Durkown. I appreciate it. 007 Southpaw for $10. Hail, guys and Keri. Every tease by Zack Snyder makes me more and more excited for the movie. If you guys could put one thing in the movie, what would it be? How would you put it in the movie and why? Oh, wow. If I could put one thing in the Snyder cut, I would put the real Lex Luthor in and explain that Jesse Eisenberg was just a kid and kill the Flash. Kill the Flash. Oh. We don't need Ezra Miller. We just don't. It ruins it for me. I would also a lot of dark side. A lot of dark side. I want to see a lot of that shit. But I'm looking forward to it, and I will be reviewing it on the main channel. Helsons for £10. Disney breathes a sigh of relief as they see a sudden boost of new Disney Plus subscribers, all from Xinjiang, it seems. They could have at least got a VPN to cover their tracks. Gina Carano rules. Yeah, I don't think China has Disney Plus. I don't think they have access to it. And that's why they're probably a little more free to do stuff. Have Mephisto and things like that. But they'll eventually get it over there. Disney and their Chinese overlords. They've learned a lot from them. The Geek Blend. Hey, what's up, Geek Blend? How's it going? For $9.99. Happy Friday night, Tights. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you are doing well. Hope your channel is doing well. Haven't checked your subscriber count in a little while, but hopefully it is growing, sir. Durkown for £5. Found Tom McDonald today via Super Chat reviews. Besides Fake Woke, he also has other songs targeting current time issues and indie rapper with balls. Yes. I'd love to get him on sometime. A tired retro gamer, Alita, for $10. One of two. Hey, all. Your social media investigator here. In the Deadline article about Pedro, his being cast as Joel in the last T. Louis mentioned his being used sparingly on Mando, and he became recently available. Yeah, I just think he's voicing the role at this point, and he's got 2 years before it comes out. And I think all the momentum from that show is just fucking dead. Could be wrong. 2 years is a long time to take a break from the one thing that was working for you. I don't think it's wise. I mean, I'm not that moved by Boba Fett. I know a lot of people are, but there's no Baby Yoda hook in this one. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of Star Wars, Bland Wars. Tired Retro Gamer Alita, $20, 2 of 2. Thank you again. Brendan Wayne's last Insta post shows him with a shirt with fellow stuntman Latif's hair on Mando's helmet and tagged him. He also seems to be friends with Gina. Covert message. Wonder if Pedro Pascal is persona non grata on the set. I have heard he was difficult. I have heard he was difficult. That's all I know. But maybe. Well, obviously Gina is now. Tired Retro Gamer Alita for $20. Can I also get a shout out to my aunt who, due to having Down syndrome, was in a home plus battled breast cancer, died this week after getting the coof seemingly. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. After home wouldn't let us see her let her see her for a year and be with her at the end. That fucking sucks. This is fucking ridiculous. God dang it. Shout out to your aunt. I'm so sorry. Oh. So many stories out there like that, man. That's why people need some fucking hope. That's why they need escapism. You know? And right now, the only escapism we can offer is talking shit about your terrible TV shows. Roger Haynes, thank you for the $1.99 thumbs up. I appreciate you. Terry Wilkin for 5 Canadian pesos. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Darkside Droids for $10. I've been looking forward to this all damn day. I'm a big fan of all your guys and gals. Also, congrats to Drunk 3PO in the panel. That raised over $43,000 to combat human trafficking. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. Well done. Unfortunately, they fired Gina the day they were doing that. That sucks. But well done, Drunk. The Opposition HQ for £5. Does anyone know what this film Gina is going to be about? The film that Gina is in is going to be about? That the Daily Wire are finding? Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. So no, I think it's just a concept right now. I think they just signed a deal. Doubt there's even a script at this point. But we will find out and we will support it. Uplift Heart for $2. Today I signed up to for the Daily Wire to support Gina. Well done. Well done. I did as well. Hey,
y'all, come look at this.
Tell me about yourself, Joe.
Hi, I love Nintendo. Nintendo's my favorite game ever.
But you have a girlfriend. Gay.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
That's getting clipped, by the way.
Previously on Escape from San Francisco.
This just in, an unidentified man has been caught doing a deuce on Nancy Pelosi's driveway.
So let me get this straight, Mr. Beekler. You took a big old shit on Mrs. Pelosi's driveway?
Justice. It's crude, it's disgusting, and it's funny as hell. It's just another piece of poop on the sidewalk of San Francisco, and it just so happened to be in front of Nancy Pelosi's house.
Order in the court. What in the living is wrong with you, son? Didn't you even wipe afterwards?
A couple of days ago.
Oh my goodness! Order in the court. I said order in the court! That's better. Mr. Beekler, having considered all the factors and aggravations and mitigations in this case and found the offense was brutal, indicative of wanton cruelty, the judgment of this court sentenced you to life in prison.
Come on. That's bullshit.
No, no, that is trash.
This is not okay. It's just not. We gotta like lock arm in arm and be together in a football locker room. That stuff is gone. Those barriers are gone.
Welcome. Please enjoy your stay.
Now it's 1984. Knock a knock.
Hi. How you doing? Hang on.
It's gonna be so good.
Stargate 404 for $10. I thought I was done with Star Wars before. I had hope after Luke, my mistake, but now I'm done. I'm adopting Gary's new comic policy to Star Wars, not a penny more. I canceled my AP and got the refund. Frack Disney. Well done, Stargate 404. Well done, sir. Hope you were doing well. It was nice talking to you in the member stream. Culture Casino for $1.49. Thank you for the phallic super sticker. And that beautiful mane of hair. The Invisible Man for $2 for Gina. Burn it down and walk away with a smile. Yeah, at this point, yeah. Here. So to reset what I said in pretty much all of my Fall of Skywalker videos prior to last Christmas, before the movie came out. God, that was a long time ago. I'm done with Star Wars. I don't care about Star Wars. Nothing moves me. The Luke Skywalker's moment didn't move me, but I recognized it for what it was, and it made a lot of people happy. That comes from a good place. I'm going to support that place where fandom is passionate and they love things, and I'm not going to give them shit. Yes, The Mandalorian saved Kathleen Kennedy's job. I think that job was saved by the normies at Baby Yoda. It wasn't saved by the Fandom Menace people who decided to jump back onto The Mandalorian. There was quite a kerfuffle between people who were enjoying that and people who were just done with Disney. And I think, I think there was a lot of people who, were doing the boycott Disney thing and went back so just to make it clear, never called for a boycott of Disney. I say vote with your wallet, but I never called for a boycott because they largely just don't work. And The Mandalorian was a good case. I just stopped buying their stuff, but I'm still going to talk about their stuff. And listen, I was criticized for even talking about it. Well, I'm going to talk about pop culture. That's what I do here. I'm going to talk about pop culture. Now, quite frankly, Disney's bad news is far more interesting than what they put on screen. And I think it will remain that. And I think what a lot of people were trying to say was Disney's going to be Disney. Disney Star Wars is going to be Disney Star Wars. And they showed us they are Disney Star Wars. It's undeniable at this point. So, again, you do what you want to do. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to not like you. I'm not going to give you shit. But be clear, if you go back, you're just supporting Kathleen Kennedy at this point. And I mean actively buying Star Wars stuff, buying the action figures firsthand, not secondhand, buying all their movies and, buying shit from Disney. Listen, I am not going to Disneyland anymore. I'm done going to Disneyland. I don't buy Marvel comic books anymore. I'm not going to go see their damn movies. I'll review them, but I'm not paying for any of their movies. I'm not going to give them a dime. And I canceled my Disney Plus, and I'm not going to go back. It's going to be inconvenient, but there's a way I can watch it without me paying for it. Because I don't want to support this shit anymore, financially. But I'm still going to talk about it. I'm sure most people are too. Thankfully, it's not the focus of my channel. I don't have a focus. It's rare. I try to make it rare doing 2 videos in a row on a subject unless I'm reviewing a television show. Honestly, I don't know how long I can go with Batwoman, but I said that earlier. Culture Casino for $5. Let's give Gina a month's worth of support. Simultaneously, let's give Disney more of cancel Disney Plus. Sound good? Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail the chat. Hail Fandom Menace. Yeah. Listen, we got it trending for a night. That's about the best we can hope for. We're going up against a billion-dollar corporation and a bunch of corporate simps. And I'm critical of WandaVision too. There's MCU stuff in it. There just is. People are freaking out at me for that stuff. And then when it happens, but it's already there. But there's also some really good in WandaVision, and It was fucking doing what it was supposed to do. Like I said before, it got me reading old comic books. I was checking out older MCU movies. God, they used to be fun. Remember when shit used to be fun? And I want it to be fun again. That's what I want. I want Star Wars fans to enjoy Star Wars. I just want there to be entertainment everybody can enjoy, come together, maybe be a uniting force in fandom instead of a dividing force in fandom. That's all I've ever brought up. That's all I've ever asked for. And if that ever happens, then again, you won't hear from me. Stargate 404 for $10. Non-woke media is always superior to woke media. Been saying this for years, Gary too. We need to make our own media. Sucks it took this to get our butts into gear, but this is the way we win. Godspeed, Gina. Godspeed, yes. And we have been making our own media. Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, is his own media. Nerdrotic is mine. The Nerdrotic Network is something I plan to eventually, take on my own. I'll always be here on YouTube, but I've got a website that's a placeholder, and someday I'm going to have my own servers, and I'm just going to do my own fucking thing. And hopefully you guys will come along for the ride. Hopefully. David Hart for $49.99. Have to say I've lost all interest in WandaVision. And I did too. It like sucked the interest out of it. Star Wars and anything Hollywood. Have a great indie book I'd like to send you all, but I only found shipping addresses for Ryan Garian Comics. Is there any way I can send it to the rest of you? David Hart, Geeks and Gamers P.O. Box is on their website, I believe. But if you DM me or Mrs. Nerdrotic on Instagram, follow me at Nerdrotic, we will get you everybody's P.O. Box. And I'll start putting those in the description. That's a good reminder. I should do that. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, David. Shogun Gaming for 14 Danish krona. Thank you for the phallic unicorn. I appreciate it. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Gina Carano. Indeed, Fat Elvis, and that's what she is now. She is her own brand. She is free. Thank you for the $5. Jens Jurgensen for 200 Danish krona. Hail, you wonderful colonials, and Mr. Az, you English Superman. Damn shame what they did to Gina Carano, but we will stand with her. Keep up the fight. God save the Queen, and God bless America. Damn right. Damn right. Jeremy destroyed Ryan's... I don't know what... I'm going to have to click over to it. What's the name now? Because this was Kennel Licks Some Balls or something like that. Let's see what it is now. Jeremy destroyed Ryan's rectum for £5 Christina Ariel, Pablo Hidalgo, Nancy Pelosi. Pick one you would spend every waking moment with and which you would sleep with forever. Hashtag Gina is saved. No. Helsons for £5. I had to join Twitter to show my support for Gina Carano, and I effing hate Twitter. Black Eyed Peas song sums it up. Where is the love? Cheers, FNT, for all you do. Thank you. I liked a couple of albums of theirs. For like super cheesy pop. My wife got this. This was back in the early 2000s. We were road tripping a lot of driving between San Francisco and San Diego. So that was just in my CD player, and the family liked it for our summer road trip. So I have good memories of Black Eyed Peas. I do. Melbourne lockdown round 3. Thank God for Friday Night Tights. Says Java Bean, how are you? $2.99 Australian. And bless you, Java Bean. Bless you. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead for $9.99. There are other celebrities I would have preferred to see get canceled instead of Gina Carano. She actually likes and cares about her fans more than celebrities like Jake Gyllenhaal who ignore them. Does Jake Gyllenhaal... Well, I mean, listen, I would rather have a celebrity ignore their fans than attack them. That's all I don't have to say. I get it. If you're a celebrity, you're probably getting communicated with a lot, and it's probably very difficult to get back to people and stuff. That's why, but you can afford assistants who know what they're doing that can help you with that. And then there's attacking the fans and insulting them, or insulting them for who they voted for, or for because they didn't like your movie. Last time I checked, Rian Johnson's check cashed for The Last Jedi. You think he'd be above that, but he's not. He's not. Alexander Kelly for $5. Never been a Star Wars fan or a comic fan, but I always support those who do not appease Yahtzees. Hashtag normies for Gina. Normies for Gina, Alexander. I appreciate that. Channel Surf for $4.99. As your video on Gina was perfect. Hail my knitters. As thanks you, Channel Surf. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey for £2. Tuesday was pizza day. It made Nia Jax's whole day. Nia Jax is something to do with wrestling, and my wrestling knowledge ends at about 1989 or 90. That's about when I stopped watching. Sorry. Chicago Box for $4.99. Hail, I stand with Gina. The best I can do right now is cut off my money and time from enemies of freedom and stand with good people to fight back. Thank you. Thank you. The problems are going to start when the news cycle ends and people go back. And there's going to be people holding the line. There's going to be people who want to go back. And there's people out there who don't think there's a problem. There's people out there who think we should just shut up. And we're not gonna. There's people out there who think we're being too negative all the time. And it's like, I don't know what we can do. You know, I've been desperate to find something good. Something good. Let me preface this, because I'll get a bunch of suggestions. Yes, I realize there's good stuff out there, but it's got to be something I like and I feel passionate about, that I could talk about and spread the word about. I'd be happy to do it. And every live stream is about making a particular video. I want something to review. We just haven't had shit to review. Superman and Lois, maybe I'll review it. I don't know. Batwoman, I can't keep reviewing that. I don't think I can. There's no movies. And I cover genre and a particular stuff. I'm particular what I cover. So, the process of me choosing a video is based on what I care about first, and then what I think will do well on the channel as far as topics. I had one that I was going to start, and this Gina stuff came up. As a matter of fact, I missed a Doctor Who video. Sorry, folks. I was gonna make a Doctor Who video on the Russell T Davies stuff, and the Gina stuff just took it over. And by the time it's done, I'm guessing the news is going to be stale as hell, which is too bad. So Picard review. If Disney could manage to not fuck up for a week straight, I might be able to actually get a lot done on that. Terry Slaughter for $5. Disney distanced themselves from Gina, but has never distanced themselves from the religious people hating Walt Disney. For $5, says Terry Slaughter. Yeah, I don't know if he actually hated them. I know he hated communists. They'll probably distance themselves from him for that. I don't know about the religious group. I tend to not. There's certain things you just can't say on YouTube. And that's what I said is I love free speech. I love free expression, but I need to be here to express myself. And sometimes I feel like I'm, walking in a swamp that's got piranha in it only in certain areas. That's what it's like trying to weave through the guidelines of YouTube. And I know, listen, I some guy called us out on Twitter going, you guys are about free speech and free expression, but yet you edit yourselves. Well, I'm talking about ideas for one, and not actual words. I'll edit words. There's lots of words I won't say. Like I said that in my response, I could say the N-word whenever I want. It's a free country, but I don't because I'm an adult and I wouldn't say it. Rif Korean Riff Korean for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights and Keri Smith, fitting guest to cover Hollywood and Disney self-destructing. I can think of no better crew to share a front row seat with. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Crazy Cat Guy. And $1.49 ice cream. Thank you, Crazy Cat Guy. Yes. All right, that's going to wrap it up for now. Once again, thank you everyone who has left a super chat, a donation. You help keep the lights on. You have been instrumental in all of this and helped my family eat. And you help pay my mom's rent. So she really appreciates that too. And anyone who just supports us, shouts us out, shares, we appreciate you too. And we really, it's hard to express the gratitude we have for all of you guys and your support and just showing us that there's common sense in the world. I can't thank you enough. So until next time, remember, not all who wander are lost.
Nerdrotic.com.